Hey yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to Industrial World. As you can see, I am over by the wood farm, and I've got a little tree in my hand. Oh, I wonder what I could be doing with this. Let's have a look. So, here is the wood farm. Now, I've gotten sick of doing these command block things. I'm realizing that the only way to use them is with armor stands and name tags. It's very, very limiting. Oh, look at the bees going to work over there. So what I instead decided to do was force the player to build a machine around the armor stand for two reasons. One, to disguise the armor stand, but two, to make it cost more in terms of resources. So you can't just name an armor stand, because otherwise everything would cost the same. The quarry would cost as much as a tunnel bore. You know, the tunnel bore would cost the same as the wood farm, and everything needs to have some sort of investment cost that you've got to work towards. You've got to be able to get the resources together to be able to assemble the machine. So with that in mind, this is the little design I've come up with for the wood farm. A few stone cutters, a couple hoppers, and the armor stand is nicely hidden underneath. So, how does it work? Really, it's quite straightforward. See, you got a tree, just bonemeal it up, wait a second, tree just disintegrates. So you do it again, bonemeal it up, and it works with all kinds of saplings. So if we grab some birch ones and a jungle one, and we'll just go nuts. So we'll plant the jungle one down. Bye bye jungle tree. Plant the birch one down. Bye bye birch tree. It's really that simple. All it's doing is there are a series of command blocks checking to make sure all these blocks are where they should be. Then there's another set of command blocks seeing if there's logs there. If there are, it's just setting the blocks with air and destroying it so we get the drops. It's really simple. I'll go show you the code. I'm going to check one at a time for all the blocks. So you've got the checks for the hoppers, the checks for the stone cutters, and if all that's true, it's going to look at this AND gate here. Now, as you can see, this one's flickering off now and then. That's because, as you can see on the right hand side of my screen, I've got a seconds counter that gives a binary output of 0 or 1. Because I want some sort of delay before the tree gets cut for the most part. So what it's going to do is, as soon as both of these torches get turned off, it's going to turn off this line of redstone here, which is then going to enable this one to power, which actually does the tree cutting. So we're going to test for logs. We're going to cut the air immediately above the dirt, one immediately above that. Then we're going to do a fill command, destroy the block so we get the drops. And this is the same, but there are two types of logs. Log will detect most of them, but you need log 2 to look for dark oak. Yeah, and that's pretty much it really. You don't need this timing thing in here. You could just have that run straight into these and activate on redstone, because you don't want them always active, otherwise all the checks that you're going to do will be pointless. So make sure if you're going to make the player build the machine, that you make all these conditional, so they all have to be true before it'll output a signal, and then you just run the signal right into these two blocks here. But for me, I want that delay, so that's why I've got the AND gate plugged in and that inverter there to invert the signal. And it is really that simple, ladies and gentlemen. So if you enjoyed that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the more of these little command block videos, and also to see some of them being put to use in survival mode. Yes. Okay, bye.